I have been in the industry of relational marketing for the past 12 years. Marami na rin ako mga pagsusubok na nadaanan, mga pagkakamali, at also success. So, bago po tayo talaga maging matagumpay sa negosyon to, kailangan po maintindihan po natin mga foundations o mga kaalamanan bago tayo ay maging successful. So, right now, let us start with the industry of relational marketing. So, bago po natin maintindihan ng relational marketing, kailangan maintindihan po rin natin ang mga ibang pamamaraan ng pagnenegosyo. Ang una po yung tinatawag nating traditional business. In traditional business, meron kang mga rental, meron kang fixed overhead, no? Kailangan magpautang at meron ding risk. Yun po ang disadvantage ng traditional business. At the same time, in traditional business, it's entirely focused on selling. Okay? Pag hindi ka nagbenta, wala kang kita. Indirect selling naman po, like Tupperware, real estate, insurance. Ito, maganda pong negosyo to. Pag may benta, may kita. Pag walang benta, wala ring kita. This industry is also focused entirely on selling. But in relational marketing, it's very different. Hindi to nakafocus sa selling. As a matter of fact, the more you are focused on selling, the less you will earn. Maybe nagtataka kayo, ano ibig sabihin? Kung mas magaling ako magbenta, mas maliit ang aking kikitain? Ito po ipapaliwanag ko po sa inyo. Like for example, in relational marketing, no, we're not focused entirely on selling. We're also focused on what we call as inviting and teaching. Mag-i-invite lang tayo at magtuturo. Halimbawa ko po sa inyo. Halimbawa, there are 31 days in a month. You want to focus on selling lang. Magbebenta ka lang. 31 days, you sell one product a day. So, pag nagbenta ka ng one product a day, you sold how many products in a month? 31. Pero ang tanong ko, unang tanong, first is, how many people you talk to? Ilang tao? 31. Number 2, is this part-time effort or full-time effort? It's full-time effort. It's dependent only on your own effort. Number 3, what type of income? It's called linear income. Pag sinabi po nating linear income, one straight line. When work stops, income stops. You're only good as your last sale. That's when you focus entirely on selling. Pero sa negosyong relational marketing, it's not focused entirely on selling. It's focused on what we call as inviting and teaching. Halimbawa naman po, it starts from you. Mag-invite ka ng 5 mong friends. Itong 5 mong kaibigan, nag-invite at nagturo din ng 5. 5 times 5 equivalent to 25. Pag in-add up niyo yung 25 plus 5 plus 1, that's a total of 31 people in your team or organization. First rule in marketing po, you must be a product of the product. Kailangan bumili muna tayo ng produkto. Subukan muna natin kung effective. So you just imagine, 31 people. Nag-trial lang ng tig-iisang produkto. Ilan ang production ng grupo mo? That's 31. Did you get the same result from selling and inviting and teaching? Selling, 31. One product day, 31. Inviting and teaching, 31 people. Buying one product, 31. Pareho po. Pero anong pagkakaiba? How many people did we talk to? 5. Next, is this part-time or full-time? Part-time, kasi 5 lang kinausap natin eh. And last, this is what we call as leverage income. When you say leverage income, it's not anymore dependent on your own effort. It's dependent on other people's effort too. Just like what Henry Ford says, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's effort rather than 100% of my own personal effort. Yan po tinatawag nating difference between selling and inviting and teaching. Thank you for watching. If you want to keep on growing and to stay inspired, subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified.